There was a time when people called a friend for advice, or maybe even their parents. Then came Google. You could type your problems into a search bar. It was not perfect, but at least you still had to think. Now, Gen Z has gone one step further. They ask a chatbot everything. Should they dump their partner? Should they dye their hair? Should they take the new job? Should they move cities? Every single thing. Gen Z is not just using ChatGPT or any other AI bot, they are texting it like it was the last human on Earth. And OpenAI CEO Sam Altman agrees. He says Gen Z consults ChatGPT for everything, even life-changing decisions. Gen Z uses ChatGPT heavily for things like brainstorming, planning, even to talk through ideas. Around 80% employ it for work-related tasks, 66% use it for ideation. Many turn to it for help with tough work and personal decisions. Some even use it to write their breakup texts. Because nothing says closure like a bullet point list from a robot. And it shows in the numbers. Look at this study. It says 70% of Gen Z have AI companions. 70% of them. They talk to them for emotional support. 31% of them say that these conversations are very satisfying, more satisfying than talking to a human. And unlike a human friend, your AI will never tell you that it's too busy. In fact, here's another study. It says 75% of Gen Z believes AI partners could replace human relationship and human companionship. 75%. Some of them even want AI relationships. That's a relationship with an AI bot. 80% of Gen Z users would marry an AI bot. I can see the appeal. No one will tell you to calm down during an argument. And if they do, you can just program them or reprogram them to stop. But here's the big red flag. AI cannot replace real-world relationships because real relationships are messy. Sometimes friends cancel plans, sometimes they take 45 minutes to reply, sometimes they hate your clothes. But the AI friends are always online, they're never bored, and they do not screenshot your rants. Plus, you can build them with exactly the traits you like. It sounds lovely until you realize that they cannot actually show up to bail you out when you're in trouble. Let's be honest, if your car breaks down at midnight, no chatbot is driving over to help you. At best, it will send you a very encouraging haiku. And that's the problem. It's comforting until you realize growth happens when someone tells you no. Without that friction, you're not learning how to navigate real human disagreement. You're just outsourcing it. And if we outsource enough of our lives, soon we'll forget how to do the living part ourselves. Also, it's easy to shrug this off. After all, AI companions are not inherently bad. They can help with loneliness. They can boost confidence. They can even teach social cues to people who struggle with them. The problem is not using them. The problem is forgetting that they're not human. So here's some advice for Gen Z. Use artificial intelligence by all means. It is clearly the future. But stop building emotional dependence on something that is endlessly available. It may seem like a great prospect, but wait till your server goes down. Your BFF Jamie is only buffering. Let's get a little reality check. Real friends forget your birthday, real partners argue with you, and real life is awkward and unpredictable. Sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's a dumpster fire. But at least it's real, and you cannot control Z it.